we're just letting everyone get in. The bot I had to fix because it totally put the wrong thumbnail on there. I don't know if that was YouTube's fault or the bot in Discord who was having those issues. Guys, I'll be live in just a minute. After we do this, we're gonna do some console helps, but we're gonna go over to Twitch and we're gonna do some streams with Pretty Petty. See you in just a minute.
Some days I'm not myself. There's no one I can turn to. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last.
Okay, I think we're pretty much good to go. It looks like the bot's up and running. Maniac, I do stream on Twitch. In fact, that's my primary streaming platform. But when I want to do live notifications, this is what I do. And we're going to go ahead and give you guys the Bungie news of the day so that you guys know what's going on. I hope you had a wonderful day, everybody. We've got some stuff to go over because, you know, it's the TWAB. Some of you have been asking, where's the bird? Did you know that the bird is the word? The bird is the word. So yeah, Maniac, I'm going to go over to Twitch, but not when I do news and things like that, because I want it to be a video on demand. And I also want to notify the streams, but I always make sure that my stuff on YouTube is not the same stuff that I do on Twitch. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Hi, everyone. I'm alive. How are you? Happy day to you. I hope that things are well. So we got some stuff to talk about. We got a TWAB to go through. We're going to head over and we are going to hang out with Pretty Petty LA on the old live stream here in a little bit. I'll do a little bit of console just as soon as we go through this. I'm actually going to go through it a little bit quicker than I usually do, just so if there's someone who really needs a Whisper run or an Xbox run, because Pretty Petty LA is only on PC. And I did a bunch of console stuff yesterday in anticipation for it. Did some PC stuff too, but I did a bunch of console stuff yesterday too. So let's go through the this week at Bungie, everybody. Everybody say yeah. That was really soft. Let's try that again. See if this works better. That's very weird. My sound effect is really soft. I'm gonna have to look at that. Give me a moment, because that should not be that soft. While we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and check into the this week at Bungie. We're gonna go ahead and read through it. This week we shared our prophecy. We have challenge, mystery, the 9, deserts, cubes, and whiteboards. Earlier this week we did a deep dive into our newest dungeon, featuring some of the behind scenes developer commentary. Did you miss it? Well, let's fix that. Hit the jump for the recap. We're not going to do that. These are some of our favorite streams to host. I do like watching those as well. I've not watched it yet, but I'm probably going to watch it this weekend. If you're not in a place where you can watch a stream, we've also released a companion blog article, which is kind of cool. So then here you can kind of go through everything and check out what the whole deal was with the prophecy dungeon. So that's pretty dope. Let's see, next up, what does it take to build out a dungeon? How do these ideas come about? And how importantly, how many lines did John 2 have to write to stay occupied when quarantine began? So that's a lot of fun. As I predicted, and remember guys, I called it. I literally said next week or 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now. And guess what? Papa Mano didn't steer you wrong. So Lord Saladin returns to host the second Iron Banner seat of the season. Before we get too deep, if you haven't heard of the Iron Banner, let's give you a quick lesson. They basically talk about what the idea of Iron Banner is. If you don't know what Iron Banner is, I encourage you to actually read through this guide, because this is stuff that you should know. but Iron Banner has been around since D1. You should know about it. However, during Saladin's last visit, 2 legendary weapons made their return with random rolls in tow. The Fool's Remedy sidearm and the Forward Path auto rifle pack a pretty good punch in the Crucible. I've personally gotten about 400 Guardian defeats with my trusty sidearm. Maybe you'll find a good roll that fits your playstyle. If you're searching for some enhanced armor mods or armor pieces with high stat rolls, now is the time to jump in for some PvP action. These rewards can drop simply from playing matches or turning it in tokens. Banner will be available on August 4th. So, Iron Banner, same guns. If you didn't get your guns last time, to be fair, I didn't really get a good auto rifle last time, so I'm probably going to be hunting for that next week, but we're not going to stop the normal stuff that we usually do, okay, chat? We're not going to stop the usual stuff that we do. Always, we're going to make sure that we cover that. Hotfix preview. So this is the change to loot that I put in the thumbnail. Next Tuesday, we'll have a fresh hotfix to address some of the issues that were introduced in Destiny 2 Update 2.9.1. Nightfall, the Ordeal, fixed an issue where the Ordeal version of Lake of Shadows was inaccessible at tiers above Adept for players who do not own Forsaken. So for all those people who are like, I can't do the Nightfall this week, it's fixed. You should be able to do that now. Fixed an issue where the Festering Core Master Nightfall was listed as 1080 power in the directory, but was actually 750 power. Guardians should expect a much greater challenge when engaging with this strike. I can believe it because the Corrupted Strike was a nightmare for most people. So that will probably be either next week or the week after that for those guys. All right, guys. So raids. Leviathan rewards of XP, Glimmer, and chances toward exotic engrams or bright engrams will now be back on a weekly lockout for the Leviathan raids. So for example, if you use the Leviathan Ghost, that is the ghost that has the chance of dropping a mnemonic engram. It has an M in front of it, but you pronounce it mnemonic. Just get rid of the M, mnemonic. That's how you say it. They're going to be back. You can only pick them up once, so you can't farm them, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, you can still farm loot from Leviathan. It is what it is. Weapons and armor are not affected by the weekly lockout and can be earned multiple times a week. I've already talked about how this is stupid and how it is not gamer friendly, especially if it's something that they designed in the first place. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Investment fixed an issue where players could not acquire the means to an quest from the Prismatic Recaster. This is a big thing for some people who are doing some glitch builds right now. Esoteric, I'm talking to you. Although he's not going to need it. He'll be able to do it with like a paperclip and pencil and stuff like that. Fixed an issue with Ruinous Effigy could trigger the heal from the Stronghold Titan Armor Exotic while blocking with the carry object. So he made a video about that. I just wanted to make sure that people know that that's not a standard thing that you can get when you used Ruinous Effigy, when you're holding the ball that it creates. Something that's not going to be a big deal. He'll have no problem with it. You might if you're trying to copy some of the tactics that he's using, okay? So just think ahead. Fixed an issue where the Umbral stat focused engrams could provide less than 10 in the selected stats. So that's for like anything that you choose for like an intellect or a recovery or a resilience modded Umbral engram for armor. That means that like it wouldn't give you that tended boosted stat. It's like something that will actually boost you up quite a bit. We'll have a few more patch notes in the next week article, but that is the short, sweet update to tackle a few minor issues that we found over the last few weeks. Not bad. Again, we've talked about the mnemonic engram, the bright engram farm, and why that's not a good idea for them, but it is what it is. Maintaining course. I don't think I know how many people in the Destiny community who have as much game-related info in their heads as members of the Destiny player support. Not only are they keeping track of upcoming fixes and patch timetables, they're also an encyclopedia of general information. It can range from the location of a random dreg to the angle at which skip grenades bounce off a wall. This is their report. That's like, these are their stories. Gung gung. Like, that's the same thing. All right, so on Tuesdays, there's going to be a hot fix. It looks like Destiny is only going to be taken off for 15 minutes. So it's not going to be like a 1 hour or 2 hour thing that they did. What was that? 3 weeks ago or something like that? 2-3 weeks ago. So it's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be a very short and sweet 15 minutes. So during that 15 minutes, we'll probably just hang and talk. And I will be doing a reset again this week, even though I am going back to work now. Just on a standard basis. I'm just going in every couple of days or so, or every day. Next week will probably be a little bit more regular. So for those people who watch the streams, for future release timelines when they're available, you always check Bungie Help. Check out the Twitter Bungie Help. Known issues. So I want to hear from people if they've had these issues. Players who acquire calcified light without the pendulum step of the growth quest in their inventory will be blocked from completing the quest. So in other words, people who pick up those calcified light fragments that I put the video together on, some people were doing it without that step. And then when they tried to complete the step, those things were gone. So they're looking at figuring out a way to do that. Picking up a throwing hammer while holding a sword will not recharge Titan Melee's ability when running Code of the Devastator. Enemies in the hexahedron encounter of the prophecy dungeon can stop spawning. I don't know what that is, and I don't see why that's a problem. I don't know what that I'm hoping that doesn't ruin solo strats, because they should stop spawning after you kill the enemies. Like, that's the way we always thought of the encounter working. Maybe they're just supposed to keep spawning. That kind of sucks. Previously uncensored nicknames on Steam are being censored. The seasons tab of the director will flash to indicate an available reward when there are none. So those are problems that they have not fixed, but those are some of the things that they've looked at. So now we've got a couple of things, but I don't want to get messed up with the old copyright claim and stuff like that. Although we might watch this with no sound. Hold on. We're going to watch this with no sound. Apparently, in 28 seconds, they like clutch the ball throw. So they're going to go, the boss is going to kill him. All right, so they get ready to do damage. Let's see what happens here. If you don't know Spire of Stars. Okay. Okay, that's legit. That's actually pretty legit. I like that. So they threw the ball to him in the orbit. So he picked up the ball and then threw it. That's actually kind of legit. With Moments of Triumph in full swing, we still have some summer fun on the way. Solstice of Heroes begins in under 2 weeks, which is kind of nutty. That's actually pretty crazy. I will have some videos previewing all that next week. Yeah, so there's going to be new glowing armor. There hopefully will also be some other secrets that will launch, but they might have pushed those back now. But the Traveler's Chosen sidearm quest should start on August 11th. So go in there, get that stuff. Next week, we have Iron Banner to play on Tuesday and some Solstice details to dive through in on Thursday. Now it's time for my solo flawless, blah, 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 blah. Cosmo DMG, normally talking. What do you guys think of the TWAB, everybody? What do you think? Is it meh? Is it great? Oh, I see what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna have to restart my computer before we go over to Twitch. So guys, I am gonna be doing Whisper helps, Xbox helps. We're gonna do some raids with Pretty Petty LA over on twitch.tv/ManoDuster777. I am currently number 2 in the world and rising on heroic 0-hour clears. Our goal is to get to number 1 with heroic 0 hours. I don't think that'll be an issue, but then after that, I'm going to start chasing number 1 in the world for all dungeons. So that's something you guys want to catch. I am going to do my emblem giveaway as well over on twitch.tv/ManoDuster777. So you guys should go hit it up. I'm reading a couple of these. Let's see. Are they fixing the sprint button? They already did, although there's some there are a couple of problems still with it, but they don't really think it's that bad. It was all right. It was fine. It wasn't a great TWAB, to be honest with you. There's really no new content. It's like, hey, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Like last week was a really light TWAB. This week it's like, hey, we did Prophecy, and now there's Iron Banner, and now here's a couple of things that are going to get fixed, and like next week will be Solstice of Heroes is coming. Here's a preview, blah, 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 blah. Some things will start working. Here's the hotfix. Here's the results. Here's the movie of the week, and see you next time. And there'll be some like really positive thing. It'll be like something to the extent of now, next week, get teamed up with your teams to go into the European aerial zone. We'll dive in on Tuesday with some new content. It's time to get started. Are you guys ready? Until then, we'll see you blah, blah, blah. And it'll be Cosmo, right? That's what it'll be. Like, I literally want to go back and see if like I'm going to go back the next time I do a TWAB reading, and we're going to literally just go see if it's like perfect, like lines up completely with that, guys. So head over to twitch.tv/ManoDuster777. All right. And I'm going to help you guys out with some stuff. We're going to do some Zeroic hero hours. I don't know what that means. I think you heard it wrong. Heroic 0 hours. Heroic 0 hours. All right, guys. I actually enjoyed the Arrow Zone. I liked it too for a day. It was cool for a day. All right, guys. Head over to Twitch. I will see you guys over there. Hopefully the bot turns on. If you need help with something, I'm going to start on console and then we're going to flip over to PC, okay? So head on over there. Hopefully the app works. Hopefully the bot works. We'll give it a second. Hopefully it will line up. There it is. All right, guys, head on over. Again, if you need help, come on over there. We basically walk through all the stuff with the TWAB. And again, if you need helps, come see me over there. I'll see you over there in a little bit, everybody. Thanks. See you in just a minute. Get ready for that emblem. And remember, I give marks away to people who are in the stream first. So come on over. I'll see you in a minute. Bye.
My best friend to 23, she left her body